champ life, champ life, champ life, champ life, champ life, champ life.
Does anybody remember what we did last, before we get into the lesson today, does anybody remember what we did last week? Does anybody remember what we did last week? Somebody tell me? You gotta speak up. Last week we was actually focusing on how to prepare. Anybody remember that? How to prepare. Anybody remember doing drills last week? I do. So you guys told me when I asked, some of y'all weren't here last week, but you guys told me you wanted to learn about the history of basketball, right? So today that's what we're going to talk about. You can know how the game started. You'll be able to see some of the who were deemed to be like the Steph Curry, the LeBrons in the back in the day. But I'm going to hand the mic over to Jarvis. He's going to take it from here. All right? So give him your attention.
All right. I need your attention, sir. Appreciate it. All right. First of all, I was in your place where you are not even 10 years ago. I was in middle school. I was playing basketball. I love basketball. I didn't know anything about basketball. I just knew that right now Kobe was the best when I was in middle school. And he was winning championships, and he won 3 championships in a row. So I knew about basketball. And I knew I wanted to play. I knew I wanted to have fun. I knew I wanted to do something that's going to help me in life and prepare me to reach my goals. With that being said, this is a good opportunity for both of us to learn a lot about basketball and what the opportunity that basketball presents. Never forget that basketball is an opportunity. It was created by a Canadian, yes, a Canadian created basketball, named James Naismith in 1891. So in 1891, the concept of basketball wasn't as you see it today. It was 9-on-9, and it was played with a soccer ball shot inside of a peach basket. So you can just imagine a bag of peaches. They took all the peaches out, they put 2 of those on each side, and they gave them a soccer ball and said, hey, if you make it inside of this goal, you can score a point. James Naismith had 13 original rules of basketball. And I'm gonna tell you a few. First of all, he had 2 15-minute halves. So you can imagine like colleges nowadays, they got 2 20-minute halves. His original setting was 2 15-minute halves, 3 fouls in a row. So if you go out there and you foul somebody 3 times in a row, the other team get a point, regardless. And he had rules like no shoving, no pushing, which is known as the foul today. No flagrant fouls, no flagrant foul tools, basically. With that being said, in January 1st, 1892, women were introduced into the game. Now, the game of basketball originally was for all men. So when women got introduced into the game, it was a very important time. This meant that the freedom of basketball was growing as an individual, as a whole, as its own separate entity. The creation of James Naismith was getting bigger. In January 15th, 1882, after the original rules were created, the free throw line was then enforced in 1894. And the free throw line was originally 20 feet and then was moved to 15 feet as a way of making it easier and going with the concept of a free throw. It's supposed to be free. It's not always free. A lot of people can't shoot. Hint, Shaquille O'Neal and a lot of big men in the league that call themselves centers but really are small power forwards. In 1886, the first game the first college game was held. And this was also a big movement because now people had the opportunity of playing basketball in college. This first started off as a recreational game. It was something to do when we was bored in the house and you got tired of playing with your brother, so you figured you'll go outside and do something for fun. This was now a collegiate sport, which means that people had the opportunity to go to college and do anything that they can do to get their college paid for. The first two teams that played was the University of Iowa and the University of Chicago. In 1898, the first professional basketball game was played. It was played between Trenton and Brooklyn. This also was a great movement for basketball. This is something that James Naismith, the creator of basketball, never imagined. Give me your attention, fellas. Give me your attention. Who was the first player to score 100 points? Who? Go ahead. Okay. Who was the first player? Listen up, fellas, listen up. Who was the first player to win over 10 rings? Name one of his teammates. Yeah. Since you know who he is, name one of his teammates. Okay, name another one. Moving forward, January 1st, 1907, the All-Black Olympian Athletic League was created. If you all didn't know, this was actually the first black league in basketball to be created. With that being said, again, another great movement. First, you introduce women into the game. Then you introduce another minority group, which was blacks at the time, when it started off as just a white recreational sport, or a recreational sport that only the privileged had a chance of doing. With that being said, in 1908, the dribbler was actually permitted to shoot the ball. I don't know if you knew anything about the original rules, but at one point in time, you were supposed to bat the ball in. So it could be batted either way. That was James Naismith. One of his 13 original rules were you were able to bat the ball in either direction, as long as you didn't grab it and walk with it, basically. In 1932, the formation of FIBA was created. This is the first international organization to present basketball to its people. With that being said, again, something that started in the backyard as a peach basket and a soccer ball is now international in 1932. Again, a great movement for basketball. This gave every country you can think of the opportunity to play basketball and to see basketball on a bigger level. This is also an introduction to the Olympics today. Small introduction, that is. In 1936, 4 years later after FIBA was created, basketball was introduced into the Olympics. If I can't get your attention, how you gonna learn something? Introduction to the Olympics, what year? Don't look. You wanna play basketball? No. You don't? I figured. With that being said, in 1940, the first game was televised in Madison Square Garden. In 1945, the three-point line was created. I'm sure you can't shoot threes either, right? You don't want to play basketball? I figured. In 1946, the Basketball Association of America, of the American League, was created, which was known as the BAA, which is one of the first leagues to be created that was established in America. With that being said, in 1949, the NBL joined the BAA to create the NBA. So that's what y'all watch on TV now, was created in 1946. If you don't remember anything, remember in 1946. In 1950, the NBA became racially segregated. Can anybody tell me what was going on in the 1950s? He got something. The civil rights movement. Look it up. In 1954, the shot clock was integrated, shall I say. And it was integrated into the NBA, which before didn't have a shot clock, which means it's like college. You could have just had the ball for as long as you want, hogged it, crossed a couple people, and never shoot the ball. How fun is that? Referring back to today, or moving towards today, and out of the civil rights movement, because during the civil rights movement, as you know, basketball was segregated. Once the civil rights movement was in full stride, they then were able to allow black individuals to play in the NBA. With that being said, that's why you have the likes of Bill Russell and Jordan and Kobe and the Steph Currys of today, because of the fact that they allowed the movement to continue and they allowed black people into the NBA. With that being said, in 1996, the WNBA was created. What year?
1996.
So how many years has the WNBA been around?
21.
Is that right? You look confused. With that being said, yes, you are correct. Now, referring back to the creation of basketball, basketball again is an opportunity. It was created as a recreational sport, but it's now an opportunity for all of you. A, to have fun. B, also to be better in what you do and become better every day. It also teaches you life skills, responsibility, accountability, how to be a better teammate, how to cooperate, how to live life the right way. Name something that you learned from basketball. About life. Because at the end of the day, you're going to come in here, you're going to play basketball for an hour or so. But what are you going to take back to your life? Name 3 things. Sportsmanship. One more. Leadership. I appreciate that. And speaking of leadership, be a leader at all times, fellas. Basketball is here as an opportunity. I will continue to repeat that because it is a great opportunity for you to learn and be something and be responsible and be a part of something bigger than yourselves. It is very important to learn that concept, whether you learn that from basketball or not. In life, you're going to be faced with a lot of adversity, you know. You're going to be faced with a lot of opportunities to become better and a lot of opportunities to become worse. If you're not becoming better and you stagnant, you might as well be becoming worse. With that being said, learn every day. Practice your craft. If you want to be better and you want to be anybody in this world, you have to practice your craft. It is very, very important. Anybody that you see on TV today making any money or living any type of lifestyle that you want to live, they practice what they did. And that's why they got to where they're going. They were strong-willed and they were strong-minded and they practiced every day. Now to come out here and have it as a recreational sport, it's okay. It's fun. But at the end of the day, basketball can present you with opportunities to make money. Not just make money, have fun, have life experiences, meet people, encourage others, be able to, like I said, become a great teammate, be able to continue to motivate people. Basketball can be used as a tool, fellas. It can be used as a tool that can get you to where you want to be. You may not ever want to be in the NBA, even though most of y'all probably do. But at the same time, it can pay for your college, fellas. It can give you an opportunity to get out the house and have fun. It can give you opportunity to stay healthy, because living a healthy lifestyle is one of the most important things you're going to ever have to deal with in your life. Because if you want to live a long time, do you want to live a long time? You sure? I want to live a long time. With that being said, it's important to be healthy in your lifestyle. And basketball is a way of doing so. Basketball is a way of learning those life lessons, learning them the hard way. Also, to get through adversity and to beat the things that are in your life, because you're going to lose a lot of games. You're probably going to lose more than you win, unless you Kobe. You Kobe? Nah. With that being said, it is important for you to learn from your losses. You may win a lot, but you're going to learn the most important life lessons from all of your losses, fellas. And living in adversity every day is something that's going to be able to mold you and build you into strong young men. If you don't remember anything about what I said about basketball at all, remember that you need to become a strong-willed young man. You need to become a contribution to your society. You need to learn every day. You need to practice your craft. I'm going to repeat that. Practice your craft. Because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. Nobody want to be left behind. In this life, if you don't work hard at what you do, where do you think you're going to end up? Where do you think you're going to end up? Where else? On the street? Is that where you want to be? Me either. With that being said, listen to your peers, listen to your elders, and listen to your leadership. And be the leadership that you want to see in anybody else. Be that person. Embody that person. Embody the person that gets through adversity and sees something that challenges them and goes and challenges the other person. You know, stand up and be leaders in your communities. When you go back to school in the fall, please be somebody you wasn't the year before. Don't be the class clown. Be the guy that everybody want to walk up to and get their homework done with. Be that person. Be something to everybody around you. Be a leader. Leadership is very, very important. When y'all hooping, do you pass? You do? Is that what a leader would do? Yeah? You think so? 10 assists, 15 assists a game? You said no, because you don't pass. You know what a leader wouldn't do? You think so? I saw you playing. I don't think so. I challenge you on that. I challenge you when you play again, pass the ball as many times as you shoot or more. Pass the ball more times, as you say. But never, never, ever forget to be a leader. I appreciate y'all time, fellas. You got any questions for me? Go ahead.
Hold up.
Go, hey, stay seated. And I don't want to see your phone either. Yo, it was your mom, huh? But if your mom wanted to send you to college, would you be ready? Yeah, you can put that phone down now, huh? I don't think you would be. If mama say you ready for high school, you ready? Are you? You sure? Look at me. Be smart, man. Be smart. All right? Go ahead. I'm passing it over to Emmanuel. He got some few words that he want to say.
This is the last time that we're going to see you before the fall, so I got a couple quick questions to ask y'all. Get something what y'all thought about. Even if you did. Number one.
Sit down.
Do you feel these past 7 or 8 weeks that you've been here and listening, whether it was my self-talk, one of the volunteers, did it benefit you? Was it actually useful? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Was there things that you wish we would have talked about that we didn't? If so, what would those topics be? Was some things that we didn't talk about that you want to still talk about?
No.
Huh? No?
You gonna say no? You ain't listen to the question.
I said if there's things that you want to talk about. I know there's stuff, because I know when I was your age, there's a lot of things I didn't know that I want to learn about from other people. Y'all must have something y'all want to learn about. Because y'all want to learn nothing, I don't even know why y'all here today. Who here thinks that? Okay, so who here thinks they're the best at basketball right now? Nobody should be raising their hand because they ain't the best yet. So, like I said, it's really based on y'all. If you feel it's benefited you, then we'll be back in the fall. Because I'm only here because y'all want us to be. I'm not here because I have to be. I'm only here because y'all want us to be. So would you want to see us back in the fall? Yes or no? Yeah, okay.
Sir. Yes.
So what y'all can do though, is when we start back up in the fall, think about some topics y'all want to learn about, whether it's basketball skills that you want to get better at, certain dribbles, certain handles, certain techniques, or if it's things that could help you out in school, or if you guys are thinking about, what you want to do with basketball and work out a career path. There's a lot of things that we know that we could teach you, a lot of mistakes we made when we were your age that we could help you not make, but you got to ask the question first. If you don't ask, we can't give you an answer. All right? So everybody make sure all your trash is picked up, go throw it away, and then go to Coach Reed. Like they don't got questions. If they're afraid to say something,
I don't know. I think they intimidated.
I know they're afraid to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, they don't care at all.
They don't want to say something. Oh, what do you want to know about that? He's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, but you know how that is. They think it's a stupid, ain't no question a stupid question, but in their mind, it's the opposite.
Right.
Every question is stupid as long as they keep us from basketball. That's really though. That's how it works. If you don't know your history, you never know how much potential you ever are going to have. If you don't know your roots, you don't know the horizon. If you don't know the history, you never can predict or influence your future. It is very, very important to study the history. The history opens up the opportunity for the future. As they say, history repeats itself. If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll never know that you are repeating history and that you won't improve, that you'll be going backwards. Go forward. Live the life that you want to live by first knowing your history.